And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Thank you for joining us today on the Alaska Weather Show. I'm meteorologist Emily Niebuhr. It's June 28th, 2023. You can reach us at 1-855-937-4977. You can find us online at weather.gov/Alaska, or you can email us at nws.ar.tvweather@noaa.gov. So please reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. So looking across hazardous weather for the states, we don't have any advisories, watches, or warnings at the moment, so a fairly calm day today. We did have a statement out, but about the Colville River, which is in north of the Brooks Range. I was concerned about high water from heavy rainfall. This was the latest gauge at Umiat. It's already peaked down this morning. It's already starting to come down. But again, just be cautious if you plan on being on the Colville River. It will continue to move, this crest will continue to move northward. So expect higher than average water over the next few days along the Colville River. Here's our latest map for fire danger. As you can tell, for grass, it's fairly low across much of the state with all of our recent precipitation all summer long, basically. So we only have a few patches where there might be some risk for drier grass, but generally across the state, conditions are fairly benign. Let's take a look at your satellite. So you can see we have multiple weak low systems, but they're enough to be bringing widespread rain across much of the area. We have a 994 millibar low in the Alaska Peninsula. That's our strongest low right now. We also have a weak interior trough, which is causing widespread light showers across much of interior Alaska today. And meanwhile, we have a low in the towards the Kamchatka Peninsula with a weak trough. Again, fairly weak systems. We have a little bit of a ridging along the Panhandle region, but rain will move in quickly. For tonight's weather, this low continues to move slowly eastward. We have this 999 millibar low from the Alaska Peninsula, again, has moved south from its previous position and continues to slowly move southeast tonight. Meanwhile, high pressure in place along the North Arctic coast is going to be keeping stratus and fog in and out across much of the region. And then we start to see some of this rainfall push in and that ridge kind of weaken along the Panhandle region. For Thursday's weather, we are looking at, again, that low is very slow to move. It's eastward on Thursday, and then the low that was just south of Kodiak, again, doesn't move too quickly. The interior trough moves slightly to the northeast, but again, widespread light afternoon showers across much of the region and including into the Panhandle. By Friday, we start to get a 996 millibar low just south of the eastern Aleutian Islands. We start to see a ridge of high pressure finally move into the Bering Sea, creating some drier conditions across the area, but also probably some stratus and fog. Meanwhile, we continue to see fog along the North Arctic coast with that high pressure still stubbornly in place. We still have a bit of a weak troughing on Friday. That's going to continue a risk of showers in the afternoon across portions of our interior. Let's take a look at our temperatures. So our low temperatures Thursday morning, we are expecting mostly in the lower 50s to upper 40s across South Central and 44 Kodiak. Looks like we're looking at low to mid 50s up in the Panhandle. Thursday afternoon, we get up to 65 in the Golcana area, 63 near Talkeetna, and 60 in the Anchorage area. You hit some 60s in the Panhandle, but mostly in the upper 50s across the Juneau area. Friday morning, again, fairly similar temperatures with those widespread clouds and showers are going to keep things fairly consistent. So again, we have a low of 50 in the Anchorage area, and then we have lows in the 50s to lower 40s across the Panhandle. For your Friday afternoon, again, we're going to warm up to almost hitting 60 in Golcana and 65 in the Talkeetna area, 56 over in Kodiak, and we're looking at mostly upper 50s in the Panhandle area. Let's take a look at your Arctic coast. Again, underneath some of that fog, we'll be seeing Thursday morning temperatures in the mid to upper 30s and mid 30s across the Seward Peninsula and close to 60 in the interior. By Thursday afternoon, we're warming up to 78 in parts of the interior, and we're also looking at upper 40s to even a few 50s along the Arctic coast. Friday morning, again, temperatures fairly similar with that stratus in place across the Arctic coast in the mid to upper 30s. And again, in the interior, we're looking at temperatures in the 50s. Friday afternoon, we'll see some heating, but not quite as much heating as we see on Thursday. So temperatures, warmest will be about 73. But again, some nice temperatures in the 60s, almost 70 in Fairbanks for your Friday afternoon. Let's look at the Bristol Bay area. You can see the temperatures are in the upper 40s for Thursday morning, 48 near Bethel. By afternoon, again, with those low pressure systems in place, still some clouds keeping things a bit cool, but it hit close to 64 in Bethel. And we're looking in the central or eastern Aleutian Islands, look at mid 50s across Alaska Peninsula as well. For your Friday morning, again, we're looking at temperatures in the mid 40s across most of the coastal areas especially. But by Friday afternoon, temperatures might warm up to near 65 in Bethel. And again, along more of the marine areas along the coast, we're looking at temperatures in the mid 50s. It's time to look at our outlook. Again, July 4th through 8th, colder than normally would be expected for much of South Central. And wetter than normal July 4th through 8th.